Welcome to the Rebirth Room, where healing begins and hope finds room. Every story matters, every scar has meaning. Every ending can become a new beginning. Welcome to the Rebirth Room.
Come sit down. Let's talk.
Hello, and welcome back to the Rebirth Room, where real conversations lead to transformation. I am your host, Dr. V. Nicole Williams. Tonight's conversation is one that every person will experience at some point in life. Waiting. Waiting for answers, waiting for healing, waiting for opportunities, waiting for relationships to improve, waiting for doors to open, even waiting for prayers to be answered. The truth is, waiting can be exhausting. Not because we are doing nothing, but because we are often doing everything we know to do and still not seeing expected results. We live in a culture that celebrates movement. We celebrate growth. We celebrate achievement. We celebrate success. But very few people talk about what happens in the seasons when nothing seems to move. Those seasons can become heavy. The weight of waiting is often not the delay itself. The weight is the uncertainty. It is not knowing when things will change. It is wondering if things will ever change. It is asking questions that seem to have no answers. How much longer? When will my turn come? Has God forgotten about me? And if we're honest, most of us have asked at least one of those questions. Tonight, I want to remind you that waiting is a part of every meaningful journey. The question is not whether you will wait. The question is, how will you wait? Welcome back to the Rebirth Room, where real conversations lead to transformation. Tonight we are talking about waiting. When we think about waiting, we often focus on time. But waiting is about more than time. Waiting is also about posture. Everyone waits, but not everyone waits the same way. Some people wait with bitterness, some wait with frustration, some wait with fear, and some wait with hopelessness, while others wait with faith, with expectation, with trust, or with hope. This is where one of my favorite biblical characters by the name of Hannah becomes such a powerful example. Hannah knew what it meant to wait. She longed for something she did not yet have. She carried disappointment. She carried heartache. She carried embarrassment. She carried what seemed like unanswered prayers. Yet she continued to pray. She continued to worship. She continued to show up. Even though her circumstances had not changed, her posture remained fixed before God, and perhaps that is the lesson many of us need today. The posture of waiting determines what waiting produces. Waiting can make us bitter, or waiting can make us better. Waiting can harden our hearts, or waiting can deepen our faith. Waiting is not simply about the passage of time. It is about the condition of your hearts while time is passing. And sometimes the greatest growth in our lives happens in seasons where nothing appears to be happening at all. One of the greatest misconceptions about waiting is that nothing is happening. But waiting is never empty. Waiting produces something. Waiting develops patience. Waiting develops perseverance. Waiting develops maturity. Waiting teaches trust. Waiting teaches surrender. Waiting teaches us to depend on God in ways we never would if everything happened according to our timetable. Hannah waited, but the waiting was not wasted. Before Samuel was ever born, God was already working. And that brings us to the good news. Waiting is not forever. Scripture reminds us in Galatians 6:9, "And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not." Notice what the scripture says. It does not say immediately, it says in due season. A season is a period of time. A season has a beginning. A season has a purpose. And a season has an ending. Your waiting season is not evidence that God has forgotten you. It may be evidence that God is preparing you. The harvest may not be visible today, but if you do not faint, if you do not give up, if you continue trusting God, your due season will come. Thank you for joining us inside the Rebirth Room. I'm Dr. V. Nicole Williams. Remember, the sand is moving. The roots are growing. The story is unfolding. And in due season, you will reap if you faint not. Until next time, keep healing, keep growing, and keep becoming.
Thank you for joining us inside the Rebirth Room. I'm your host, Dr. V. Nicole Williams. Please take a moment and answer the reflection questions. Write them down, pray over them, meditate on them. And remember, the sand is moving, the roots are growing, the story is unfolding, and in due season you will reap if you faint not. Until next time, keep healing, keep growing, and keep becoming.
Before you leave this room today, remember this. What broke you is not the end of your story. What hurt you is not your identity. What God has spoken over your life still stands. Until next time, keep healing, keep growing, keep becoming. This has been The Rebirth.